I swear the new AirPods cases just keep getting. Dan, this is the new case from HYTE. Ooh, HYTE dropped a new case? So this is the HYTE X50 Air, and it's available in black and in white, and it has a completely mesh side panel, but there's also the non-air version, which has a glass side panel, and it's available in 6 different colorways. And interestingly enough, on the non-air version, some of the colorways actually have different feet compared to some of the other colors. So I thought that was really interesting. But this case is really unique because it's almost completely rounded on every single corner except for the rear. So if we take a look at the side panel, it's rounded. The front is completely rounded on every single side of it. And then as you can see, it is completely mesh. Mesh on the side, we've got mesh on the front, we've got mesh on the top, mesh on the rear, and then the back is a little bit different. HYTE has just come out with this recently, so the rear has this new design, and they say it reduces exhaust impedance and then also increases structural rigidity. And I do think it looks pretty cool. So really unique looking case, and it is fairly large in size. And then our I/O for the case is at the top. We've got our power button, we've got 2 USB type A, a USB type C, and a combo audio jack. And if we take a look at the rear, we've got a top mount power supply. We've got a cool gold HYTE logo over here. Motherboard's gonna sit right here. Ventilation for our rear fan. We've got more ventilation over here, our PCIe slot covers. We do have some tie down spots for, looks like cables coming out of the back of the motherboard. But let's go ahead and take off these panels and then take a look at the inside. So all of the panels are toolless removal and super easy to take off. The side and back panel basically just pop upward, and then you tilt them outward to remove them. And then the front panel just pops off really easily. And then we do have a dust filter that's magnetic at the bottom. And then as far as motherboard support, you can fit up to eATX motherboards. And surprisingly, we have no back connect support in this case. And then we have a lot of options for fan support. You can fit up to 3 140 millimeter fans on the front, up to 3 120 millimeter fans on the side, up to 3 120 millimeter fans on the bottom, and then a 120 millimeter fan on the rear. And then as far as radiator support, you can fit up to a 360 millimeter radiator on the front, and then also on the side here. All of our PCIe slot covers. I actually really like this design. I think it looks cool. I think the design with this case was to be super unique and just make something different from the rest of the market. And so far, I think it's really cool. And then we've got a top mount PSU shroud. Then if we take a look right here, we can see that our power supply, the fan, is actually going to be facing downward, which you don't really see too often. And I think that's really cool. Let's see, is there anything else on the front I need to talk about? There's no built-in GPU sag bracket. So depending on your GPU, you will need to install your own. And then one thing with the front here is this is adjustable. So you could actually remove this screw up here, and then you can actually position this so it sits at different levels. So depending on your front radiator setup or fan setup, you can actually move that in and out. So there's some levels of adjustment to the front bracket. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rear. So like I said, our power supply is going to be mounted up top here. Then we do have a Velcro strip. So all of our cables are going to be coming down right here. And then we've got some Velcro strips going down here. Then we have one really large one right here. So we'll have to see how cable management is in this case, because as you guys know, if you've seen my videos, I try to make all my cable management as clean as possible every single time. So we've got that top mount PSU design. We've got a built-in drive caddy down here, and it's just held in with one captive screw. We do have a lot of tie-down points going all the way around. And we've got our top I/O cables right here. They go underneath here and then go towards the top. So it looks like we have a ton of room for cable management because this space is actually really deep. So cable management should be easy in here, but we'll see once the build is done. And we do have access to the back of our motherboard, just in case you need to mess around with your CPU cooler mounting or whatever it may be. But this case is very cool, I think. But what do you guys think? Before we get into the build, comment what you think of the case so far. And then also with the case, you're going to get the box that has all of the screws and everything needed to build in it. And then you're also going to get the manual for it. So I'm excited for this build. I think it's going to turn out really cool. I have some different ideas. I haven't fully planned it yet, but I think it's going to end up being pretty cool. So on that note, let's go ahead and let's get into the build. So the build is all done, and honestly, I think this looks extremely cool. I've got the fans set to a nice true white, and I've got the RGB turned way down. So it's not super bright, but it's just highlighting the components just enough. And I honestly think this looks great. And then HYTE also sent out this HYTE Ritual candle. And it smells like linen, and I know you can't smell it, but just know that the inside of my office smells absolutely wonderful. So I thought that was a cool little gift they gave alongside the case. But I think this looks really cool, guys. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I really think this looks cool. Then here's a look of the front fans. At some angles, they pop a lot more. At the side, it's hard to see them, but then once you go towards the front, They really, really shine through. And like I said, I've got the RGB set very low, and on my camera is going to pick them up more than how they are in person. And here's the back. Get a sneak peek of the Dankamyouknow cable management. But I think this is a really cool look. And obviously we've got some massive airflow because we got mesh all the way around. But let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. All right, so here is how the build looks. And I think this is extremely cool. And then I know I'm gonna get a ton of comments on it, but yes, the AIO tubes in this orientation is completely fine. Is it the most ideal? No, the tubes down would be the most ideal, but with this orientation, it is completely fine. The radiator is the highest point in the system. If the pump was, then it would be an issue, but this mounting method is completely fine. And from everything I tested, it's the most aesthetically pleasing. And then one thing I did off camera was I originally had the fans mounted behind the bracket, but I feel like it didn't look that good. So what I did was I mentioned that there's levels of adjustment for the front bracket. So I actually moved it back, and then I mounted the fans on the front of the bracket. And I think it looks better, especially when the front panel is on. So here's a good look at everything. We've got 3 reverse blade fans on bottom as intake. The front are regular blade, so those are intake. I've got the radiator fans, those are regular blades, so they're actually pushing air out of the case, so going through the radiator and out. Then we've got an exhaust fan on the rear. So I didn't test a bunch of different fan orientations, but we've got 6 intake and 4 exhaust, and the temperatures are fantastic. And these are 30 mil thick fans, so they are definitely pushing some air, and I have them, I think, at about 750 RPM, so they are pretty much dead silent and doing their job because temps are fantastic. We've got an Asus B850 motherboard. We've got a Ryzen 9800 X3D CPU. We've got the Montech Silent Hyperflow AIO, which I think matches the build really well. These are all Fantex D30 fans. We've got a Team Group T-Create RAM, 32 gigabytes. We've got an Asus 5070 Ti. We've got a SN50 WD Black Gen 4 NVMe under there. And I just think all the colors go really, really well together. And then I know I use white RGB all the time, but I think for this build, I think it just looks the best. I feel like a certain color kind of would have thrown it off, but maybe not. Maybe I'll experiment and see what works. Then we've got all of my cables down there, mostly fan and 5-volt ARGB, then HD audio's over there, front panel connector. I do have my sag bracket right there. And I didn't want it to be too visible, like right in front, so I mounted it in the back, and as you can see, the GPU is perfectly level, so really clean. Then if we look up here, you can see my power supply fan. So that's pretty much acting as another exhaust fan for the system, because that'll obviously go through the power supply, and then it's gonna come out through the back right here. So you can actually feel some air coming out of the back. So technically, we have 5 exhaust fans. And then you can see most of my cables are actually right here. So the front fans are coming out of right here, and then the side fans, those cables are coming, and most of my cables are in here. In this case, actually made it really easy to hide all the cables, because if you watch the build montage, almost all of my fan cables are tucked into this little compartment right here. So there's a big space under the floor right there. I know it's not focusing, but there's a big space under the floor, so I have all the cables jammed under there. Then you'll see once we go to the back, it is really clean. But I think this is cool, guys. But let's take a look at the back, and this came out extremely well. I was a little worried on the end result, but it ended up being much easier than I thought. So we've got all of my cables coming out, and then HYTE gives you a bunch of these Velcro strips. They give you 3 extras. So there were 4 included, pre-installed in the case, but then I added this one, I added this one, and I added this one. For for a nice cool look. And it's got their HYTE logo on it. And then I'm not using any drive, so this is just blank. Then you can see a lot of my fan cables down there looking nice and uniform. And there's pretty much nothing down here. And the cable management came out much better than I expected. Got the CPU cables over here. We've got some fan cables over here. These are actually for the rear fan. The rear fan cables come through here. Then they pop out right here and go to the motherboard. Then we've got my 24 pin right here, as well as USB-C and USB-A for the top panel connections. And then the GPU cable comes down and goes this way. And then here's where the top IO cables go. The cable management is really clean, guys. If you watch my channel, I always go hard on cable management. In this case, probably took me about 20 minutes to cable manage. And the order for which I installed everything was much different than most normal builds, because I pretty much had the entire build done, and then I did the power supply last, which is usually not the order I do at all. But for this case, I felt like it worked really well. So I pretty much had the whole front assembled, and then I did the power supply. But guys, I think this looks really cool. And I know this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I like to see case manufacturers doing something unique, trying something new, and it is very, very effective as far as thermals go. This is a 9800 X3D, and I've got the fan speed at 750, and the max temperature I saw on a benchmark was 72. And that's under a 360 millimeter AIO, so fantastic temperatures. Then the GPU, I think the max temperature I saw was 62. So this system runs extremely cool, extremely quiet. So it'd be interesting to see how the glass version compares to the all mesh version. But I think it looks cool. I like what HYTE's done with this. I feel like they're always trying new things, which is really cool. The Y60 was very new for the market, and they kind of introduced the fishbowl design. But now we've got this whole new design, which I don't even know what to call it, but I think it's really cool. So I'll leave links for everything used in the build down below and all of the information for the case. But guys, I really, really like this case. I think it's really unique. I like to see case manufacturers trying something new, because like with the Y60 from HYTE several years ago, that was one of the first fishbowl, if not the first fishbowl style case out there. And it became one of the most popular cases on the market right now. And pretty much every case manufacturer is making a case similar. So now we've got this new design, which I don't even know what to call it. So maybe someone down in the comments will think of something funny or clever or something that's fitting, but I really like it. We've got some massive airflow. And I'd also be curious to see what the glass version looks like. I also wonder if the glass side panel will just fit onto this one, or if it's like a completely different design. That I do not know. But if I could just slap on a glass panel, I might do it. But at the same time, I also really like how this looks. You can just so subtly see the build just kind of creeping through. And at some angles, it's a little bit hard to see, like from right there. But then you move to the side and it becomes much more visible. So I really like it, guys. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you enjoy my content. Share it with some of your friends. And then, yeah, I guess I'll see y'all in the next video. And once again, thanks for watching.